session for inspiration.
I can do it. There was um, much deliberation on how we wanted to go about handling the body making its way to the church for burial. We eventually spoke. We went through a couple of plans, and then eventually decided on we should probably find out what Arena wants to do because that's sort of the linchpin of the whole thing. And the plan was made to am I saying that name right? Yeah.
Irina?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um the plan was made
Adam keeps
to
calling her Ariana, but
yeah.
I haven't called
All
him on
right.
it yet, but
Apparently between this and Grifter's Bone, I just gotta not listen to Adam anymore. No, Grinder's Bone. Grifter's Bone is now I'm all fucked up.
Grifter's Bone is the real band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grinder's Bone is not like I'm
Yeah.
always like I'm basically within like a horseshoe's throw of the right name, but very rarely am I getting the right name.
Um we we decided basically to try to barricade one side. We tried to barricade the doors of the church with um, nails that we were able to procure from the merchant, along with bits of wood from the pews, as well as the iron of the gates of the cemetery of the church itself. Our preparations did not hold very well. There was a protracted battle between us. I'm sorry, I skipped over the fact that Arena and Father Donovich were hiding in the room that had the trap door. They were not in the basement where the bodies were.
Mhm.
There was a protracted battle with the dire wolves. There was some close calls uh, on everybody's part. Some close calls with death. Some close calls with eating your friends. Things that happen. Um, but we did defeat the dire wolves, except for one, which did not really ever join the fight. It stood outside the front door of the church, just sort of watching us, which was a little weird. And when the others were dead, it ran off. Following the defeat of the direwolves, we did get Zeldrin back up with the help of Father Donovich, and witnessed a sort of strange ghostly procession of what could have been warriors or soldiers or um all different races, all different sizes, making its way. The procession made its way up up out of town and up into the mountains, I believe, and we could sort of watch it trail off up the up. I don't remember if there was a path, and we definitely could not see an ending destination. Like, there's no castle on the mountaintop sticking out of the clouds, cartoon style, Scooby Doo style. Um, Ismark showed up, and with Father Donovich and Arena, their father's body was finally laid to rest, along with Father Donovich's son Duru, who is no longer suffering being a vampire. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, Zeldrin has had a rest. However, Zezarak and Arium have been up the whole time. Little worse for the wear. No exhaustion, thanks to some inspiration, but still run down.
Mhm. And we are just past the point of the dawn breaking. Ismark has actually also made a request of all of you.
Oh,
Um,
right.
do you
Yeah,
want?
there. Sorry. Yeah, that was the last bit that I forgot. Is Ismark has asked us to look into a house that is in town, and most of the town considers it haunted. There have heard voices asking people to come inside and stay. Um, People have gone in and have never come back out, and it is considered a very clear and present danger to the town since it is in town. And Ismark has asked us to look into it and put the spirits of the house to rest, or the house itself, whichever turns out to be the case.
We shall see.
We
Since you
we may have to
guys,
burn down another house, people. Just I don't know how this keeps happening in our campaigns, but it does.
when
Oh
what
my
was the
god.
last house we burned down?
Well, we haven't burned down the pigeon yet, but
I
that's
was
I
gonna
feel like
say,
that's
like,
on
was
its
it
way.
yesterday? No, it was not yesterday. It
No,
just got
not
really
yet.
fucking close.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a couple contenders in the Thursday night game to get burned down.
yeah,
We're
that
smart.
is true. I
So
I
yes.
actually did see somebody for their party had created a wanted poster for wanted by the Waterdeep guard for like destruction of a city block, and I had to check like 3 times to make sure it was not somebody from our game.
Doesn't that make you feel great that you're not alone?
We're not the only domestic terrorist. Yay!
Hooray! Okay, yeah, Ted, take a point of inspiration.
I will do
Now,
that.
with the faint light of morning, peeking through the clouds and the trees above, just over the mountains. I don't know if any of you guys are as familiar, but like when you're really close to mountains, the colors of sunset are and sunrise are completely muddled because by the time the sun has moved through like through the area of the atmosphere that would cause color. Um, 1 second. Um, um, the mountains have blocked all of that. So by the time there is proper enough light for you to feel like it is daytime, it is just still the like pale gray that is um uh ordinary sunlight. What do you have? What's the difference here?
This one has a little bit more of the simple syrup, and I think I strained it properly, so it's a little smoother.
That
of
one
a
is the better
froth.
one for sure. This one's still good though.
Okay.
So with all of your guys' trance schedules actually fucked at this point. Um, and Ismark's request given to you, and the Father Donovich and Irina so far still safe and with you and protected. What do you want to do today?
I think first order of business, you boys need to take yourselves a little nap.
Well, I do appreciate that and think that's a good idea, but perhaps we should see if Irina wants to return back to her home. We could
Yes, we can
just as easily
escort her
rest there
back.
as here.
Right.
Irina, would you like to spend some more time here? Uh, your
I think
father's.
I, I think I would, but I would also, I think, not want to be anywhere that you are all not. You have done me a great service, though, and if it is that you need your rest, we can return to the manor house, and you can rest there.
Well, if you feel you could wait here for 4 hours or so, you can take whatever time you need, and then once that is completed, if it is short of the 4 hours, I'm sure Zeldrin would be more than happy to keep you company.
Yeah, with the father's permission, if you rest here, I can spend a few hours putting this place back together.
That would be a kind service. Ismark volunteers to aid as well, though he's not a craftsman. He'll hold stuff together while the mending
Yeah.
cantrip is
I will
cast.
need some help lifting this window very carefully. We put a lot of effort into making sure it was not destroyed.
Oh god, I want for the comedy to roll if that window makes it back in okay, but you guys put in a lot of work and I'll let you save this window.
I'll roll a check.
You want to roll a
I'll
check?
roll a check.
Okay.
I think that it's reasonable to put this in the just a straight up strength check
I'm happy with that.
because it's not a skill and it is a heavy ass window and it's just about being strong enough to not drop it.
And steady. All right. We all know it would have been really funny if you'd slipped.
Oh, that's delicious. Fixing the window, I mean, of course.
As we hear the ice clink in your glass.
Well, you are right, Zeldrin. A job well done is delicious.
Am I using that word right? Okay.
You just
I don't
if you
know,
savor the
Ariana. Am I?
experience. But yeah, I will spend a few hours dragging the pews out, putting them back together, getting the inside straightened out and everything, and then if I've still got time, I'll start moving out to unboard windows.
Okay. I'll say that you're probably spending most of the time
Yeah.
doing furniture repair as well as getting an eye out for parts of the building that are so structurally unsound that they just need to be avoided um, until an actual craftsman can do some work here. Um, and you're just about to start heading out for the windows when the other two are alert. Is there
Tazarek,
anything?
would you help
Continue.
me put the gate back? It's a little bent. It's a little. It did not help the doors really at all, but it probably if it will fit should go back on the hinges. It doesn't fit. Okay, let's just leave it right here, and we'll get some of these reeds. We'll just sort of tie it on.
Well, no, I've got a hammer. Let's line it up, and I'll just try and pound that thing back onto the hinges. Or maybe you should try and pound it back on the hinges. I believe you're stronger than I am.
I mean, we could try, but it's bent at nearly 60 degrees, so this might be.
Oh
This
well,
might be
let's take that.
problematic.
Look, I mean, we should try and hammer that bend out of it. If it bent one way, we should be able to bend it back the other.
Tools checks. Did any of you? I don't know. Any of you guys metal workers?
Oh hey, when I tranced earlier, could I have swapped my herbalism kit proficiency out for Smith's tools kits?
I would say you can choose either like wood carvers or smiths because you were gonna be doing one of
Repairs.
repairs, but you got to pick one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Smith's because I am not carving stuff. I am whacking stuff.
Okay. This is a dumb race feature.
However, we do not have any tools, truly.
No, I have a hammer. Just bang on it.
Is this from a burglar's pack or a dungeoneer's pack?
It's from like the Monster Hunters pack. Like I've got a
What?
hammer and manacles and holy water.
Oh,
A hammer
Oh,
for driving a
okay.
stake.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna ruin this hammer for you. I just wanted to know where the fuck it came from.
Yeah.
All right. Uh,
Yes, I will
This-
be there in just a
yeah.
moment, and I can roll.
What are you doing?
I am cleaning up a little bit and
Oh, thank
making
you.
sure I've got more ice being made.
Yeah, Sally, you're gonna have to whack it pretty hard. I've been jumping up and down on this vent pod and it hasn't budged a bit.
With proficiency, that makes that the 15. Sufficient. It's not as. It is no longer as strong as it was, but it is at least at its proper angle, which is to say none. And you can fix it back in place with a couple of pegs. Yeah, definitely looks like it has been run through at some point, but it still functions as a gate. Good work, everyone.
For helping.
Yeah. Yeah, you are putting in active work, which is it is both acknowledged and there's gratitude expressed by Father Donovich, who has in his despair had no time for such repairs and certainly not to call and has not risked calling anyone to his aid in the past few weeks. All that done now, though. What's next?
Well, do we want to escort Irina home and then investigate this house, or do we want to take a little more time, see if anyone has any more information?
Well, I think it all begins by taking Arena home, doesn't it? Then we can. What do you know of this house, Arena, that Ismark has sent us to resolve?
Mostly the rumors. Let me think. It was a family estate. By the. She seems to think about it. A Durst family, I believe. Some time ago. No one has seen any member of the family in some time.
And how many were there in the family?
There was at least Ismark. It was Gustav and Elizabeth. And then they had some children, I think.
I see. I don't suppose you know there's anyone they were particularly close to, someone we could speak to for more details on what things were like leading up to their disappearance?
I don't think so. I think some time ago they were welcoming a new baby. The family sort of became a little closed off since then. I'm not really one to speak, I know, but
Shall we return to your home?
yes, that would be good.
Do you have any idea what Gustav or Elizabeth did in town?
Uh, Gustav had family, um, a family fortune.
Hmm.
Um, I couldn't tell you where it came from or why, but the family was well enough off that they weren't merchants selling in the market or anything.
Very private then.
Incredibly.
Well, as Ariam said, let's get you home.
All right. Down from one hillside and into the valley of the city proper, and then pitched back up the path towards the other side of town to Burgomaster's Manor. She finds some keys, lets everybody in, and then blockades the door. You all are rested well enough. There is anything that you might need. Uh, I am quite tired myself. Ismark can help. And he nods. She retires.
Hmm. I'll be honest, other than going to this house, I'm not entirely positive what our recourse for finding out more information. I mean, I suppose we could speak to neighbors of the house, of course, but I suspect we will get much the same. If the family was reclusive or something along those lines, it could be problematic to find information.
Yes, I agree, Ariam. Unfortunately, it does not sound like there are any promising leads for us to follow outside of the house, due in no small part to their reclusive nature. The only thing I can think to do is to investigate and gather first-hand information. What say you, Zeldrin?
The people here seem to be a very superstitious lot. I think the most direct information we're going to get is, like you said, from investigating the place. I will say I am curious to speak with the Whalen widow. Well, maybe not widow. The Whalen woman with the missing child. But that is not for any purpose that would lead us towards this goal we've got. It is just a idle curiosity.
Yes, I mean, if there's something to find, someone we could help, it's worth looking into.
Do you mean Mad Mary?
Yeah, I think that's
Down the
what she was
road?
referred to as.
Luck.
Looking. Oh, you said good luck.
Oh, yes.
I thought you said look. And that's
Sorry.
You don't think a conversation would be fruitful?
If she has any sense left to her, then it would be, I'm sure it would be useful. But I can't imagine a woman who neglects rest and company to mourn her losses for as long as she has the sense to offer anything for you.
Oh,
Would
oh,
help
I see.
out.
You don't think a conversation would be possible?
Unlikely, if
Hmm,
anything.
I understand.
Well, I mean, I have the ability, the blessing to be able to, subdue strong emotion in someone. It could be that we could temper her feelings enough that we could have a conversation if we wanted to.
If that's something you're capable of, that might be the only thing that will bring the street peace.
Well, I will say it is temporary, so unless we can do something during the time in which we're speaking with her to uh, calm her permanently, it may be just a brief respite.
Well, what does your instinct tell you, Zara? Should we talk with Mary before or after investigated this haunted house?
I don't think that it's going to lead to any results that would assist us in this endeavor. So I think it might be better to uh, ensure that I don't blow any power before we investigate something that might be dangerous.
Hmm. Very well, then are we ready to undertake this endeavor now?
I don't see any reason why not.
As prepared as I will be.
I concur. Ismark, would you be so kind as to show us the location?
He nods and begins moving things out of the way so that you may leave the building. He takes you from the first stretch of road and immediately turns to the right rather than following that main road that you've now passed some 6 times. Let's see, where's my ruler? Here we go. Down the road and just following the edge of town, just beyond the buildings to your right, you see like the fringes of the forest not far from each backyard, and the hall of the land just pulling upwards to the mountains. And as he takes you to this intersection, he says that the road beyond, um, he says, the house with the scorch marks. You can't miss it.
Do, does anyone know where these scorch marks are from?
I mean, I think it's bound to be nonsense, but I've heard people at the blood of the vine mention that it was I mean they claim anyway that it's been burnt down, but I've heard that claim some dozen times.
Hmm.
Not concerning at all.
Oh no,
You can
just
see
your
why I asked your help.
House with the burn marks down this way. Understood.
And sure enough, it is easy to find because it is not far down this road that it is seen. Um, and it is blackened with ash, and many pieces of its front porch contain scorch marks and holes. The surface of the, s- the front facade is uh, just a dull gray that is the mixture of soot with moisture having dripped down, and the windows that make up the front of this face have leaking condensation that just pour down the sides of this the house's front. Um, let's see. Let's see. There is a light that flickers in one of the windows, as if someone with a candle has passed beyond. And it's carried low. You almost see the light just below the windowsill. But other than that, there is stillness.
Well, it certainly seems like that's the first room we should check.
Hmm.
Do I'm sorry, Aaron, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to ask if either you thought there might be a building code compliance officer in this town. We could just get them out here, take a look at this thing, have the whole thing condemned, be done with it.
Uh, it it does sound as though they have tried similar things, and yet the building still stands. So,
Hmm.
while I was originally loath to put any faith in the story of the charm marks being because someone tried to burn the building down, looking at it now, I am fairly certain that someone must have tried.
Yes, I'm right there with you. I would have assumed that had someone tried to burn one of these wooden houses down to the ground, that it would have been fairly easy to succeed. But clearly, someone or something has tried to burn their structure, and it still stands. And even more strangely, there is someone or something carrying a light in that second story window.
Well, let's go get some eyes on it and see if we can't get to the bottom of things. Um, I will come up and place a hand on either shoulder and just say a short prayer for protection and that we may see whatever it is before it sees us. And I will grant the eyes of night to the both of you. So for the next hour, we'll have big old dark vision.
Cool.
You begin walking up the gravel path, and then hear a voice sharply to your left just say, "What are you doing?"
Hello there. Uh, turn to whoever is speaking.
It's just barely, like almost a full, like 3/4 turn, to see um, a young child, a woman who's in, a girl who is in a long and like and embroidered gown, um, and some heavier layered clothes to fight the cold, who's looking at you all. Uh, Hi, where are you going?
Hello. My name is Arium. This is Zeldrin and Zezrak, and you are
Rosvalda?
Griswaldo. Very very nice to meet you. We have been hired by concerned citizens to investigate this particular uh, haunted house. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
Yeah, I live here. This is my house.
Sort of looks over at the other two. Problem solved.
I don't think you want to go in there. There's a monster in the basement.
Well, I understand why you would give that advice, but I think that's exactly why we would go in there.
I don't think my mom and dad would like if you were in the house and going into the basement.
And we speak to them. Perhaps we could explain what we are trying to do.
I don't think that my mom and dad would want to talk to you if you want to get rid of a monster in the basement. We're not
Um,
supposed to go down there at all.
if it would make them more likely to speak to me, I would not say that I want to go down there and speak to and deal with a monster in the basement, even if that is a thing that I end up doing.
Okay. Well, you can go in if you want and try to talk to them, but I don't think they're going to like it if you want to see the monster.
Oh, your parents are already inside.
Yeah. They don't leave the house.
Hmm.
I'm not supposed to leave the house either.
Are there any other brothers or sisters that are in the house?
Yeah, my brother Thornbolt, he's probably in the nursery, and my baby brother Walter should be with mom.
And what was your name, miss?
Rosevalda, I'll spell that for you.
Oh, not what I heard.
Yeah, for some reason I had a G at the beginning of that.
I
That's
heard
fair.
Griswalda, like the Griswolds.
I'd just like to thank everyone for muddling that water so that now when I never get it right at any point in the future, I can try and deflect blame.
Yeah, Rosevalda, Thornbolt, and Walter.
So, is that everyone in the house? You, your two brothers, your parents, and this monster in the basement?
I mean, that should be right. I'm
Hmm.
not supposed to go in the basement. Not
I
supposed to be
understand.
out here either, so she kind of rolls her eyes.
How how frequently are you able to sneak out without your parents knowing?
My parents don't pay attention. They're always in the basement.
Wait, isn't that where the monster is?
Yeah, they haven't come to see us in a while.
Oh, oh dear. How long has it been since they went down to see the monster?
She shrugs and just rocks on her feet.
And you say they've got your baby brother Walter with them.
Probably. I mean, he's not in the nursery, so I think he's with mom.
Have you any inkling whose candle that was we saw floating past the window?
She looks at the front of the house, kind of wrinkles her nose. Not really. Could be a servant or it could be Thorn.
Hmm. Uh, perhaps we should go check on your parents just to make sure they're safe. Not no concern for the monster, but just to make sure they are fine. We understand that they don't want us asking questions about the monster. We will leave that topic off the table. just to make sure they're okay. Make sure Walter is okay.
Good luck finding the basement if you want to go down there.
It's it's not in the basement. Is there no door?
It's under the house, but you'll have to find it.
I see. You couldn't show us to the basement, not go down into the basement, you understand, but just show us the way?
She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. I don't know where it is.
Ah. That would be a problem, yes.
Thorn might know. I like to go out here, and he spends a lot of time inside.
Zeldrin's gonna look over at Zaz and just kind of like tap his nose and breathe in a little bit, and then look over at the girl again.
Oh, I get your meaning. I will inhale deeply, close my eyes, and just let the aromas of a 60-foot radius seep into my nostrils.
You take in whatever could be here, otherworldly or heretical. Nothing is noticed. Even looking directly at Rose, there's no indicator.
Yeah, well, Rose, are you hungry?
Maybe a little.
I mean, I must admit it's not the greatest, but I do have this, and I will offer one of my rations.
Ew, what is that?
Well, it is designed to be very stable in even the worst of circumstances so that you don't have to worry about it going bad. As a result, it doesn't
It's
taste all that
gross.
great. Well, gross might be a little strong, but delicious it certainly is not. However, I would just, to be completely forthcoming, I was a bit concerned. You said that your parents don't come up from the basement very much, and I'm just concerned that you might need something to eat. And if that were the case, this would certainly um, fit that category.
She shakes
Maybe,
her head.
well, maybe you take one, and just in case you need it in the future, you
No,
split the
thank you.
thong. All right, very well. Now you say that your brother Thornbolt might know how we can get into the basement, and it may very well be his candle up on the second floor. Are there any difficulties getting to the second floor like there are getting into the basement?
I mean, there's just stairs.
Stairs easy enough to find?
Yeah?
Well, wonderful.
Hold on, let me check that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the stairs are obvious.
I mean, it could just be that they're obvious to her, who knows where they are.
It would appear that the stairs are obvious. Yes,
Fantastic.
they are. Okay. Yes.
Well,
You pick up no sarcasm in this child.
excellent. Well, I think we are going to go in and see if your brother can direct us down into the basement so that we might have a conversation with your parents.
Okay.
Do you have some if you haven't seen your parents in days, where have you been? I mean, you have to eat. You haven't. You have. Who has been taking care of you in the meantime?
I'm like 11.
See, basically
I'm
grown.
sorry. Is that old for a
Yeah, I'm
human?
basically an adult. Thank you. She like smooths some of the wrinkles in her gown.
Oh well, in that case, I'm sorry if we came off as belittling or anything. Please, about your business, ma'am.
She kind of tilts her chin up at you.
Yes, I'll sort of turn my back a little bit to Rose and just admit I still have a hard time with the human years. What the conversion rate is very difficult.
I mean, to be fair, brother, I don't have a great grasp on elven years either.
Well, it makes the math that much more difficult. I agree with you.
Shall we go in?
Yes, I believe we shall. Head upstairs and see if Thornbolt can direct us to the basement. Is that the plan?
Sounds fine to me.
You approach a wrought iron gate with hinges on one side and a loose lock. Um, the rusty hinges shriek when the gate is opened. You see oil lamps hanging from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that open with readily into a grand foyer. I'm going to move you onto a map in just a second. Actually, I should do that now that I can. Actually, get you. Oh, here you are. Yes, this is right. Yes, there you are. Okay. Hanging on the south wall of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a golden windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass. Well, that was a little bit weird, but yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, that's where you are. Yeah, there you are. You've got a set of stairs ahead of you, um, and a couple of doors around. Can you guys see the doors okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Like these little things.
Yeah.
It looks like there's one there and one there as well.
Yes.
Excellent.
Did you take your long rest? Because you are still hurt on my screen. Your token, I mean.
I just need to up everything. Yeah, I was working on changing my spells out and haven't done my hit points. There we go.
Right. Where the fuck is the door you guys came in? What the shit?
Oh, is this like a fireplace?
I'm trying to. Yes, that is the fireplace. The front door is down here, and then this hallway that you would have passed through to get to the the great hall that you're in. Um, uh, yeah, the text box in here was a little strange. It's fine. But yeah, you are in the main hall. Let's see. Let me open any doors you should already have passed through. This one. Okay, that was the mahogany doors that led you into this chamber. Let's see. Passing through the hall, Zeldrin, you saw that some of the wooden paneling in the walls had very small carvings, or at least the woodwork and grain took on interesting figures of serpents, some kind of macabre bony figures as well. Um, Subtle, and only noticing because it's because you're crazy good vision. Uh, there we go. Where do you want to go?
Well, should we just toss a few of these doors open and see what's on the other side? Get a lay of the land. I'll try the door next to me.
Okay. Arium, you can see a dining room, the centerpiece of which is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high back chairs, sculpted armrests, cushioned seats, and a crystal chandelier above the table. The table itself is covered in resplendent silverware and crystalware that is dazzling and shining. Um, Above the marble fireplace is a framed painting of an alpine vale. You can see that the walls are also carved with elegant images of deer among trees. Yeah, and tapestries on the walls depict hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf. Um, that is hung on the southern wall. Uh, Zeldrin, you see an oak paneled room. Kind of looks like a den, a hunter's study. Above the fireplace is a stag's head. Positioned around the outskirts of the room are stuffed wolves. There are 2 padded chairs and draped in animal furs against or near the hearth. Um, uh, and an oak table between them, supporting a cask of wine, 2 wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. The chandelier hangs above the cloth-covered table, surrounded by 4 chairs. Let's see, in that farther corner. 2 cabinets against the walls. That both have locks on them.
Hmm. Oh, we need to get a hold of a lockpick somewhere somehow.
Just for clarification, is this thing on the right side? Is this a door, like, or is this just a tapestry?
That is the tapestry.
Okay.
I think it's put weird on that map versus where it's supposed to be, I guess. Because I just said the southern wall, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a curtain door for servants to come in and serve or something.
Mhm. No, that is the tapestry.
It looks like a den in here. There's a couple of cabinets. They're locked, so I don't know what's inside of them, and don't think it's quite time to be smashing cabinets open just yet.
Fancy dining room. The table is well set, but also empty. It's not like there's food that hasn't been cleared away or anything.
I'm surprised. The house appears quite lovely.
And well maintained. If, as Rosvalda said, their parents have been in the basement for several days, you would think that there would be a bigger mess.
Is there another door right here?
There is, and you can open it and reveals a cloak room with several black cloaks and a top hat on a high shelf.
Uh,
Zeldrin
You
puts
know
on
you
the
want to
top
put it
hat.
on. You know you want to put it
Uh,
on, Zazarak.
a top hat, you say?
Zeldrin puts it on, kind of like, I don't know if it's quite the fit for me, and like, takes it by the back and like flips it in his hand and sets it on Zazarak's head.
Zazarak begins to spin his double-bladed scimitar and does sort of a sidestep thing up and back in the hallway. Well, if fashion fits,
Maybe we should see about procuring you some tapping shoes.
bought these shoes myself.
We could just nail some metal sheets to the bottom. Have to watch out for your toes, though. I guess you could take the shoes off. Anyhow, let's possibly head upstairs now.
Wonderful. I will tip the back of the top hat up a little bit so that the brim in the front goes down just a touch.
All right, the three of you going upstairs? Just clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
Bidoo. Bidoo.
All right, let me get all three. Yeah.
Sure.
Exit stair. There you go. Right. Unlit oil lamps are mounted to the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantel is a wood framed portrait of what would appear the masters of the house. You see a sharp-faced man with graying hair and a woman with dark brown hair pulled back and kind of a wearied expression. You recognize Rose in the portrait, and then a child who looks smaller than her, with a rounder face and more features akin to that of the mother. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled child. You can almost see that like the mother's gaze is sort of drawn towards the child. There's a crease in her brow of some consternation. Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west halls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. But Zeldrin passing by them, you can see that the figures are not in fact dancing, but they are fighting off swarms of bats.
Seems a bit poetic for a home in a vampire's domain.
Might explain if they were targeted somehow, although... who knows?
There's a door here.
Seems...
It is.
I would like to knock on it.
Oh, okay. I won't delete it. You hear nothing?
Thornbolt, your sister Rose sent us. I will push the door open.
Okay. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. There's an exquisite mahogany desk and matching high-back chair facing the entrance. The fireplace has a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the southern wall, and a rolling wooden ladder allows one to easily reach the higher shelves.
Does a quick perusal of the spines of these books give any indication of what they are about?
You see some books on history, warfare, alchemy. There are some closed shelves that have glass cabinetry over them that contain very evidently first edition collected works of poetry and fiction.
My goodness, is that a first edition of Tusk Love? I never thought I'd see one of those. Unbelievable.
Do you take it?
No, I'm no thief. I might ask for it later, but well, this is strange. It was definitely someone or something moving when we observed this floor from the outside. Let's check that door on the other side of the hall. I will. We'll just go over here, knock on this door.
Okay. I'm realizing that I did not make it very clear that there's like 3 stories to this house.
Oh, okay.
I realize I did not make that clear, but like this is a tall house. This is
Gotcha.
a big building.
When we saw the light, did we see
Apologies.
it coming from the second story or from the third story?
Um.
Or could we even tell?
I would say probably the 3rd story is what you would think.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you knock on this door?
Sure.
Okay. Still no response.
All right, then I will push that door open.
Well. There are very thin gossamer drapes over the windows. There's brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, children, and women singing and playing instruments. There's a harpsichord in one corner, and a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
Yeah, Zazarak will do a little dance in here as well and try and do that thing where you hold onto the hat by the back brim and flip it sort of over on itself to put it back on your head.
Meanwhile, Zeldrin plays a quick little set of scales on the piano, and then
Love it.
starts into like a simple tune.
Do you have an instrument proficiency?
I have proficiency with the flute, so I'm not great. I'm not saying I'm great at the piano or anything, but I know the keys and can play a scale and like hot cross buttons.
That's okay. When you hit that C that's like 3 octaves above middle C, the secret door is going to slide open and we're going to be home free. It's going to be great, dude.
As you're dancing in this room briefly, Zazarak, you can kind of glimpse some weird texturing in the alabaster figurines on the mantelpiece, but that's all you immediately see.
I will go take a closer look at those.
Yeah, sure. You can move a little bit closer and look a little bit more intensely. You see that each of these figures is actually it would appear to be a carving rather than of just of people dancing. Specifically, they are skeletons. They have very finely carved bone structure, and they are without musculature.
Well, these they have quite an interesting art collection. Everything appears to be something more familiar, more benign at first glance, but upon closer inspection, a little bit more macabre. Fucking Ted. God damn it.
Did anyone go through the desk in the study? I was caught up in the books themselves.
I did not. I thought about it, but yeah, I mean, if the kid's okay and the parents are just in the basement, it seems awfully presumptuous to start rifling through their personal effects.
Well, I was hoping. I imagine that if I had a monster living in my basement, I might do some sort of research into what it might be, or contact someone who
Oh,
might know, and perhaps if Rosvalda's parents are anywhere near as careful as I would think common sense would dictate, perhaps there is something that might provide us some sort of hint.
that is an excellent thought, Ariam. That had not occurred to me. Um, Perhaps we should head back over and do a more thorough search of that library.
Oh, sorry. On top of the desk, you see an unlit oil lamp, and a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinderbox, and a letter kit. Um, the drawers are unlocked, and one of them holds an iron key.
Oh.
In the letter kit, I'll also say, there's red wax candle, some parchment, and then a wooden seal, which is the windmill that you've seen in a couple places already.
Um, I'm assuming there is no half-written letter, and no like tomes. I will pick up the key, however.
Okay. Correct in your assumptions that everything is here as if it's been placed here and then left.
Yeah. I imagine that this may come in handy trying to get into the basement, and if it does not, I will be happy to leave it at the front door with a letter of apology.
Well, I think that sounds like a safe assumption. Well, to the third floor then?
It
Is there
seems like
anything
where we might
else?
have best luck in finding Thornbolt.
Are these two doors here?
Yeah, those are doors.
All right. I'll just start pushing doors open. I'll push this
Okay.
one open first.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That one's actually part of a wall, but I'll open this door and I will show you why I thought that might have been a door, because
Right.
right next to it is a closet door.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. You are in a servant's quarters.
All right.
Straw stuffed mattresses, a footlocker at the foot of each bed, tidy servants' uniforms hanging from hooks in that closet room.
Hmm.
I don't recall Griswolda mentioning anything about servants.
No, neither do I. That concerns me. Uh, I'll open that closet.
Okay.
Take a look in the foot lockers.
The footlockers are empty, and the closet is actually where the uniforms are stored. So that's
Oh,
all that's in
gotcha.
there.
Gotcha. Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to call this a little bit ago. Ariam, while you were looking at the books, could you make me a perception check?
Perception. Does it involve?
It is just a perception check, so you will not get your hunter's
Okay.
bane advantage.
No, I was actually looking for hearing or smell.
Oh.
The heightened senses applies all the time.
Likewise, no. However, an 18 is sufficient. So I apologize for not catching this a minute ago. It was one of those instances where the note was actually on the top of the next page, so fuck me. Um, but if it's okay, I'll move you back to that room, and I will show you
Absolutely.
what you see. That's the wrong layer. There you are. Okay, so you are in here, and you've been skimming the titles, looking for anything that might give you any clues, and you find one book that is here that has no title listed, and its spine appears to be made out of wood.
Everything else here is finer craft. This does seem peculiar, and I will pull it out and begin to read.
And a latch pulls as the book is slotted forward, and a bookshelf moves and opens a secret door. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah. This room is dusty.
You've got 7 days, Arian.
I was going to make the same joke. If you do not forward this book to 7 of your friends, you will find yourself stuck in a... Oh, God damn it!
You see a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet against one wall. Its lid is half closed. Sticking out of the chest is something pale and thin and white, just kind of hanging just barely out from under the lid. The rest of this room is cobweb covered. There is also more books on these bookshelves in this room as well.
Before I go poking around, gentlemen, I do believe I have found something that may be of interest to everyone. I figured before I started poking through, it's a little cramped, admittedly, but I thought it best before I go poking around in things. Wow, there is a skeleton on the map. Is that actually there?
When you open the lid of the chest, you see that the thin white fragments that you were seeing hanging out from inside were the edges of a finger, boned fingers of a full humanoid skeleton that has been crammed into this chest. It is wearing leather armors, um, uh, and there are 3 old darts that are protruding from its rib cage.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Something clutched in the opposite hand of the skeleton.
I will point at the hand, and then I will touch my nose. Not it. No? No one? Alright, fine. I'll pick whatever it is up.
Not it, but you're doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Um,
misunderstood. When Sally does that, it means he wants me to do that breathing trick that I do. My apologies.
You pull from its crusted, bony clutches a old handwritten letter that has a seal upon it.
Is it, and it is still sealed?
Um, no,
Okay.
sorry.
No problem. And is the seal the windmill, or is it something else?
It is something else.
So a letter to someone here, perhaps our unfortunate friend here, which I do really hope is not one of Griselda's parents. And then I will read the letter out
All
loud.
right. Excellent.
If I'm going to be cursed to 7
Right.
with 7 days, you're
Right,
all
we're
coming with me.
getting everybody. Yeah.
If you're reading this, it's already too late.
All right, let me just copy that for you so you can read it.
Oh, oof. Okay, we're starting strong here. My most pathetic servant. Yes, that's the beginning. My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovich. Sounds like a right prick.
Yeah, certainly.
On the other hand, reading over this again, this does seem like a person who is murdering people to try to get Strahd's attention. So perhaps Strahd has the right of it.
Yes, and I'm sorry, did you say stillborn son?
Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
Unfortunately, this letter gives us no hint as to the name of this poor sap, gesturing to the skeleton. On the other hand, and I will do my best to recreate the seal, like with the two broken halves.
Mhm.
This letter is signed from Strahd von Zarovich, so this should be the seal for that individual. We will know to keep a lookout for it.
very smart. I wonder if this individual was just a messenger of Strahd, and upon not receiving the message that they had hoped, they decided to take their frustration out on said messenger.
Perhaps, but either way, it does sort of lean towards the fact that the former master of this house might have been the individual to whom this letter is written, to whom it is directed.
Oh yes, absolutely. I completely agree with that. It sounds like um, it does in fact match up a little bit with some of what Irina had told us. Von Zarovich mentions that whomever he is writing to, he references the stillborn child. We know the couple here had an infant. Mentions that he doesn't really have much concern about their fortune being spent.
Mhm.
And Irina mentioned that, this couple was independently wealthy. So it certainly seems like he was writing to Gustav and or Elizabeth, um, and that they have had some combination of great misfortune and horrible decision making. But I am I am worried about Thornbolt. I would very much like to find him.
There
should be
is. Sorry.
I was going to say he should be up on the third level.
There is more in this room as well. Like I said, there's the books in here that if you want to take a look at, you can. Then there's also some things that are in the chest as well, just kind of crammed under the body.
Yeah, I'll keep going through the chest.
All right. You find 3 blank books with black leather covers, some spell scrolls. There is the deed to the house, and a deed to a windmill, and a signed will. Let's see. The will is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, bequeathing the house, windmill, and all other family property to Rosvalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their deaths.
No, Walter. That does. Well, anything in the books?
The books in this room describe some fiendish rituals, some necromantic details belonging to a cult. Just picking up a couple of the books you can pick out, called the Priests of Osibus.
Does that name mean anything? Well, I'm not trained in religion, so
Priest
never
of
mind.
Osibus?
You can roll me a Arcana or Religion check.
I am trained in Arcana.
Oh boy.
Does it pertain to?
This would
Fear?
actually, this would actually, yes. You get your Hunter's Bane for this. As far as either of you can kind of skim, while some of these rituals may not be entirely without merit, the organization of it has no full connection. Just glancing, like spending, if you could probably get more details if you were to spend a lot of time here reading this stuff, but as far as you can kind of tell, all of it's kind of just like hocus pocus. Probably does something, but this is not like an organization of merit.
Well, this has been an interesting find. What do you say we head on upstairs and see if we can locate that Thornbolt child? I don't know if there's any merit to this, but I've got this suspicion possibly that whatever the monster in the basement is, maybe it has something to do with parents who were unwilling to let a stillborn child be, and maybe they did something nefarious in that regard and created something they shouldn't have.
Distinctly possible, although it still strikes me as odd that if that is the child of these two, why is it not mentioned in the will at all? Yeah, perhaps it is an older will, or it seemed as though from the letter itself that perhaps the stillborn child was with the other woman in whom in whose bosom our esteemed host, and he will look dismissively down at the skeleton questioningly, and you know, perhaps Walter is the illegitimate child. Maybe that is why there is no
Mm.
mention in the will.
Certainly a possibility as well. I think that the earlier suspicion that this body is of the messenger seems maybe a little more likely than to be the master, but I'm sure if we can find our way to the basement, we'll find more answers.
Perhaps. However, given the mentions of sacrificial altar and torture within the dungeon, I think it is perhaps best if, and I will run my hand along the central tine of my trident and take 3 necrotic damage as I turn on my right.
Owie.
All right, well let's head on up to that top floor.
All right, let me get y'all.
I'm going to leave the letter, but I would like to pull the wax seal off.
Ooh, okay. I'll let you do that. Ooh.
Zeldrin, see right here where the reader broke it. Could you just mend that back together for me, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Please. A minute passes.
Oh well,
And you see the
I could definitely help out with that. I take out the tinderbox.
Oh, casting time is a minute. I didn't even realize.
Oh yeah.
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 Neat.
Um once it is completed though, while still muddled because mending can repair but not immaculate, um you see the fragmented and amorphous form of what appears to be a rising phoenix.
Not to be too nitpicky or anything. Just in case it comes up later, mending does say that it leaves no trace of former damage.
My thought being, if it's broken, like wax seals, like pieces can go missing.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying you can definitely
Hmm.
see, but like there's not like a seam cut through it, but just with the best that you're able to do with pieces that remain.
Hmm.
Let's see, where are you? Let's see. Uh, climbing the stairs once again. You find yourselves on top of a balcony that overhangs the rest of the staircase below. Um, let's see. There is a standing suit of black armor against one wall. There are oil lamps, buddy, mounted to the walls, and woodland scenes carved into the walls. Falling leaves, tiny critters, to the sharp eye, tiny forms of hanging bodies dangle from the carvings of the trees in their woodwork. Let's see. Yeah. Where to next, Chance?
And the stairs do not appear to go any farther up.
They do not appear to, no.
I will knock on these doors.
All right. Those doors there is no answer.
Throwing bolt. Your sister Rose has sent us as I push the doors open.
Okay. The double
that-
doors in this room have dusty panes of stained glass. You see windmills in the stained glass, colored into the stained glass. Then you open the door into a musty, cobweb-filled master bedroom. Dark drapes over the windows, four-poster bed, embroidered curtains, and tattered gossamer veils across the bed, or around the bed, I should say.
Mhm.
Tiny wardrobes, or not tiny wardrobes, wardrobes. um, and a vanity with a framed mirror and a jewelry box, and a tiger skin rug on the floor. Paintings of Gustav and Elizabeth hang on above the mantle.
Mhm.
This is the only room in the entire home that seems to show any sort of age.
It also follows from what Rose told us that if the council spend most of their time down in the basement, not a lot of use for the master bedroom. I will start going through these drawers in the corner.
All right. The wardrobes you open, you find that they are entirely empty, but also as dusty.
Well, seems they've moved out of here entirely. They don't even have any clothes left up here.
I will check the fireplace, see if anything has been hidden up inside.
Interesting. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Meh. 12.
It would appear that it has been swept clean and empty, and not even the dust remains. You find no like secret compartments or anything either.
No!
Whoa, hey, don't yell into my microphone, sweetheart.
We felt the same way about not finding anything. No!
All right. He wants to show me something. What do you want? Do you want Play-Doh?
No.
What is it? Is it something in here?
Here.
What is it? Is it chips?
No.
Not those chips? Is it these chips? Okay, let me get you a small bowl. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I have to do a measured amount of Takis, or else he will just try to eat a whole bag in a night. And
Mhm.
I feel like, as someone who's trying to prevent him from getting ulcers, that's a bad choice.
Yeah.
All right, I am back. Where to next? I see Zeldrin is next to a door. I don't know if he knows it's a door.
Ah, a door, not a window.
Okay. It is a glass paned door that leads out onto a balcony.
What do I see with my elven eyes?
Mist.
Neat.
Just a wall of mist. You do not see the road below. You do not see the houses beside. just missed.
We'll shut that door back.
Okay.
Nothing but mist out there.
Mist. There was no. Oh no, the omnipresent mist. Got it. Never mind.
Well, I mean, I couldn't even see the floor, the ground below. Very dense.
Did we notice something like that when we were outside? That seems. Well, whatever. We're in here now.
I believe I saw another door down this way.
Is this a door that I'm standing next to?
It is.
Oh.
Going in?
Yeah, I'll peek in real quick while we're on her. Oh, okay.
Found a yucky bathroom. Let's see.
Open the door, see a weird thing in the mirror, realize it's myself, slowly close the door.
Oh.
Harry, I'm unable to recognize the self. Oh shit.
It's my
Yeah.
flaw.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
How do I?
You see dust and cobwebs shrouding an elegantly appointed bedroom and an adjoining nursery, which I believe is, yeah, it's right here. It shouldn't have a door. There we go. Let's see. In this room, there is a very apparently spectral form of a woman in a bonnet and tight, worn servant's clothing. There are stains in her apron, and she looks exhausted and afraid. Enter this room. She turns abruptly to you, and she shouts, "Not the children!" And she jumps at you. We are going to roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Kind of wish she had a different token. Kind of not a great look.
Oops.
Always whisper rolls. Zeldrin is up first.
Okay. I will just start out by casting Bless on the three of us.
All right.
That is it for my turn. I will take a step further into the room.
Got it. Arium is next.
I have no idea what's going on. I heard shouting. That was 5,
You hear
10.
shouting and a starry gray mist light begins to circle you and bolster you.
Oh dear. We're not here for the children, but I don't think you care anymore. And stab time. 19?
It's stab time.
I forgot to put on bless, so it'd be better than that. Doesn't matter. It still hits.
You activated your claws, right?
Trident.
My trident. I put the right on
Okay.
my trident.
Okay, that's what yes. Okay. Thank you.
So that is 12 magical and 1 cold damage.
Okay.
Oh, nope. 1 cold damage. I have Feral Might turned on. I need to turn that off. So it is 11 magical piercing damage and 1 cold damage.
Got it. Great. That it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Zezarak.
Following my brother into the room, but really paying more attention at trying to get my hat flip right with the top hat thing. I just keep practicing that over and over again until I hear, I feel Arium push past me. And then I hear him say, "Stab time." And I sort of snap to him like, oh shit. Oh shit. And I will take a slice.
That is a miss.
I will swing with my bonus action, swing with the other blade.
And that will hit.
All right.
All right.
And that is it.
This undivine, this unholy weapon, not unholy, but this non-magical weapon, cuts through the air, and as the mist reforms to her body, into her shape. That is 3. It's damage. She jumps to first. Yeah, we'll go with Arium first. Um, with only a 6 to hit, so she does not catch you. Her fingers stretched to claws cut through no fabric and just pull cold weight through your skin. And then it is Zeldrin's turn.
I will maintain my distance back here for now, and I will chuck a sacred flame.
That's an 11. She is seared by starry light.
All right, that's it.
Arium.
I will just shout, "Where is the master of this house?" And then keep up the fight.
That will hit.
This time it is 11 and 2 gold.
The magic prongs pierce into her and hold, and as her form begins to melt into gray mist, she says, "Not the master," and she vanishes. Effectively dead. You've killed her. Combat over.
All right. I was like, vanishes like disappears, or vanishes like discorporates. But okay, cool.
Perhaps I should have allowed her more time to speak. I apologize, gentlemen.
No, nothing to apologize for. Safety's paramount. She did not seem too friendly. I'll hop off the bed.
Okay.
All right. Well, suppose this was a nursemaid or some such nursery off to the side here. Maybe that was the light that we saw.
Maybe.
Just peering in, you see a crib that has a black shroud hanging over it.
I will pull back the shroud and look underneath.
There is a tightly wrapped bundle that is sitting in the middle of the cradle.
I don't think I need to look any further. I think I can understand what that is there.
There is no scent of decay.
Well, that's peculiar. I'll tentatively unwrap the bundle a little bit.
Put your hands to it and untuck some of the folds, and it just unravels itself, and there is nothing inside, just blankets bound tightly together.
Okay, that's a bit peculiar.
It's so much worse. Jesus Christ.
I thought it was a lot better, which is why I insisted that you should look so you don't have to keep thinking about it.
Well, this just means someone wanted there to look like there was a dead baby in here. So,
Or that someone was in such denial that they put a bundle together so that they could continue to treat it as if the baby was still here.
yeah.
No, look what I can do with my hat. Just try flipping the hat a couple more times. Are these dressers over here? Or a wardrobe or something?
I believe that's the fireplace, but there is dressers over here and a
Okay.
mirror.
I'll look through the wardrobe first, or dresser.
All right. The wardrobe is empty. You see the full length mirror beside it has ivy and berries carved into its frame. Some of the berries are designed to look like eyeballs.
Is
Uh,
the mirror like affixed to the wall?
do you try it?
Yeah.
You try to move the mirror and hear a latch click, and a door is pushed open with the mirror affixed to it. Secret door.
Well, let's see what we have in here.
A
I
secret
will
doors. It does make me
cautiously
think
poke my head
perhaps we
in.
missed something on the first floor.
Well, perhaps there's a set of stairs in here. It looks like they're going up.
You're fine. You lead the way.
Yeah, I will head up.
All right. And we will find out what's at the top of the spooky stairs after our 15-minute break.
Very nice.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta move you tokens so you all fit through this wall. Okay. There we go. Wow, what the hell is wrong with these stairs? Oh, okay, I know what it is. You have stairs that take
Mm.
you up to a ladder. It's quite a bit of space actually, and you can tell once you get to the top, yeah, I'll just cut you through that door. That you are in like sloped roof attic.
Okay.
Yeah. You are in an attic space that maybe you couldn't immediately detect before.
Right. And is it it sounds like, just based on the way you've described, like, the ceiling here is being sloped, it would
Mhm.
be a safe assumption that this is the attic and it's unlikely there's any space above this, because that sloped ceiling is probably the roof of the house.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All
Let's see
right.
if there's
Well,
anything special in here. Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. I cut you through the wall when this door is locked, but Arium has the key. God
oh,
damn it.
awesome.
Me just trying to get you all your tokens on the map.
Right.
God fucking damn it. You can get it.
Well, Harry, my goodness, you were so fast with that key. I don't think I saw you use it. It was very impressive.
I tried to tell you. I had the whole conversation with you and everything, but you were just sort of standing there, staring off into space. I thought
know,
perhaps
playing.
the nursemaid had come back and was going to cause more trouble, but then you snapped out of it. So
Oh, well, no, I was thinking about this hat.
it is a very fine hat. You should probably once we have resolved the issue of this place, if there is anyone left who owns anything. Well, I suppose you can ask. Uh,
Griswalda.
yeah, you can ask Rosvalda. I'm sure she'd be happy to let you keep.
Not her name, but
I know.
Rosvalda.
okay.
No G.
Yeah, Rosvalda.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tyler
there you go.
Tyler added the G.
Well, looks like there's a couple doors over here, although I can't tell which is wall and which is door. Whatever the first door is on the right, I'm going to push on it.
All right, that is you are right in front of it. Yep.
Great.
The door opens into a children's room with a bricked up window flanked by two dusty wood framed beds.
Mhm.
Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on the sides of the toy chest and a doll house that appears to be exactly the exterior face of the house you are within. Lying in the middle of the floor, there is a number of blankets and strings and things of a collapsed children's fort that is center to this room.
Well, I'm going to want to see what's underneath this collapsed fort.
I'll take
It's
my
definitely
stickers off if
reasonable
you want me to.
that Zeldrin and Zazarak will want to see or force themselves to see, even if Adam and Tyler and Ted
Yeah.
might not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You step into the room and go to reach the blankets. And then the blankets pick themselves up and hoist themselves together and kind of form a shuffled figure, a very small, maybe like 3, maybe 4 feet tall. A bedsheet ghost that turns itself around a few different times and takes one silent but very visible footstep towards you. Who are you?
Well, my name is Zazarak, and this is Zeldrin and Arium, and um,
Hello.
we are here looking for Thornbolt.
What do you want with Thornbolt?
Well, we met his sister outside, and she is concerned, and now we are concerned.
What are you concerned about?
Concerned about his well-being.
The blankets begin to tug at themselves and pull backwards and revealing themselves uh, underneath folds and folds of blankets. You see a very small child peering up from under the blankets at you.
Well, it's a nifty little trick there. You
Kind
wouldn't
of
happen to
smiles just a little bit.
you wouldn't happen to be Thornbolt, would you?
I am.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. When is the last time you saw your sister?
He shrugs. A little bit ago.
How about your parents? When is the last time you've seen them?
Really long time.
Thornbolt, were you near the windows downstairs with a candle earlier, or is there someone else in the house?
He seems to think for a little bit. I can't leave the attic.
I see. So there must be someone else here then.
Have you noticed anything weird or spooky recently? Heard any sounds without knowing what they were or anything like that?
Rose sometimes tries to scare me. I don't leave the attic though. There is a coldness to the breath that you take, Zazarak.
Mhm.
You, unlike what you had detected before, you unlike what you did not detect before, you are absolutely sensing the presence you expected to now. You
Yeah.
also can feel that there is something else in this room.
Ah, interesting. I will pass that information along that this is a ghost. And that I sense another presence in the room, but unsure what that is.
At your mention of that, another figure appears just to your right, sitting on top of the toy chest and swinging her legs. Incredibly familiar. Um, uh, Rose.
Hello, Rose.
That's a clever trick. Is
Who
that
are
how
you?
you get in and out of the house?
I don't leave the house. We can't leave the house.
So that wasn't you that we spoke to outside before we came in?
Know who you guys are. Probably don't want to be here.
My mistake, forgive me.
As long as you're here, can you play with us for a little bit? We haven't seen anyone else in a really long time. And Rose doesn't like playing with me anymore. She kind of rolls her eyes.
Suppose we could spare a little time for a quick game. What did you have in mind?
He goes over to the toy chest, and after a little bit of like light pushing and sibling annoyance, Rose gets up and he digs into the toy chest. He pulls out. Let's see. He pulls out a stuffed bear that has real animal claws stitched into its paws, and a little patch that has something sewn onto it on its back, some seal or label or something that he sets down, and he kind of begins reshuffling some of the blankets, and like goes about making a picnic out of pretend materials.
Well, are we to have a picnic?
Yeah, come on, sit down.
I'll sit down with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine day for a picnic. It's a wonderful site you've chosen.
You're not planning on leaving, are you?
Well, we'll have to leave at some point, but let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the wonderful food and the wonderful setting. I'm curious, what have you done to ensure that we won't be bothered by any bees or other bugs?
Bees?
Well, I find they can ruin a picnic if you don't make plans to keep them at bay.
Spent many a picnic fighting off armies of ants come to steal
Mm.
tomatoes.
Are ants big and scary?
Oh, they are small but fierce.
He seems very scared and pulls some of the blankets further over his face.
But nothing a strapping warrior like yourself couldn't take care of.
I don't want you to leave me alone with ants.
Well, I find it's the uncles you have to be worried about. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. There's nothing to be concerned about. We'll all that's required is the proper preparations.
Indeed, indeed. Uh, this and Zeldrin will pull out some like basic like supplies, just like some like crushed like herb and like piece of chalk, and we'll start like making a little perimeter. Not think something that would actually do anything, just a like, you know, a faux
Well,
ritual.
well, Zelly,
So
are you sure that that's safe to give the child? It's powerful
absolutely.
stuff.
Well, I think they're probably ready for such abilities. This is an anti-bug warding ring. As long as you take your picnics inside of such a ring, no ants will ever bother you.
Can I sit with you?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Can I sit with you?
Oh, of course.
He picks up a lot of the blankets and shuffles his way over to you, Zeldrin. Zeldrin, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Hmm. Constitution?
Sorry, actually, it's a charisma saving.
Okay. We are not still blessed at this point, so that's a 13.
Okay, let me just check the DC here. He comes to sit in your lap. The wads of blankets around, still like wrapped around him, and as he does so, the blankets begin to fall in on themselves, and he vanishes.
Love that for me.
Where'd our picnic friend go?
Rose just rolls her eyes. He's such a scaredy cat.
Well, Rose, I'm curious. You mentioned that perhaps we don't want to be around here. Why would that be?
There's a monster in the basement.
Hmm.
Is this a replica of this house? And I will gesture to the dollhouse.
Yeah. She goes over to it and puts her hands on it, and it begins to open.
Could you show us where the basement would be? We looked around the first floor, but did not find any sorts of stairs down, simply the ones that brought us up here to you.
Let me see if there's anything in there about that. Why don't you actually make me a perception check, and you can kind of look inside the dollhouse, or investigation if you so choose. I'll let you re-roll if you want to use investigation.
I mean, it's the same bonus, so
Okay. You do see in there like the interior details as well. You can see all of the like immaculate lower levels of the room, the master bedroom and everything, and some of the secret places you've seen so far. They have little secret doors within the dollhouse as well. Zeldrin just reaches over, and in the attic, there is a latch that he flicks and opens a secret door with a downward spiraling staircase.
Zeldrin, if you knew where that was, why have we been taking all this time to search?
Well,
Good talk. I'll be right back. I'm going to go flip that switch.
Zeldrin?
yes, brother.
You've suddenly grown rather quiet. Is everything all right?
Well, I think I might be starting to feel maybe this investigation was not the right thing. It might not be a bad idea for us to go. This place is pretty spooky.
I mean, certainly it is, but we knew that coming in, and we have made great progress. Why would we leave now when we have finally found the way into the basement? Finally found the way to find what we have come here for, to confront the parents and learn about this monster in the basement.
No, you're right. You're right. Um, maybe if you go first, and I'll just keep my hand on your shoulder.
Hmm. Very well.
Is this another door here?
There's a door to the oriented left, to the down. Zeldrin knows that through this door, there is a secret door that is just to the right upon entrance. But this room itself, is a storage room that is just packed with old furniture that is all put in hidden under drop cloths. There's a wooden trunk, some chairs. Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, this place really looks like it was abandoned a long time ago. I don't really think we should be messing with it.
You're just passing through. No need for anyone to become concerned.
Are you guys planning on going into the basement?
Well, they live here, and they said that we probably shouldn't go in the basement. So it's it's probably better if we don't.
Well, Zeldrin, what has gotten into you? Yes, Rose, we do plan on going into the basement. I will reach out. Come here, brother, and I will touch him on the cheek. And I know this probably won't do anything, but I'm going to use 5 lay on hand points just on the off chance that will
Yeah.
relieve any of the weirdness.
Fair enough. It does not.
Right.
Look,
and
Zaz, maybe I've just finally had some sense knocked into me, and we should go. I don't know what we're doing, poking our noses in other people's business, okay?
After all the years that we have been together on this planet, and after all the years the three of us have been connected and working with and for the House of the Crescent Moon, you're telling me that now, in the attic of this house, you've had a complete change of heart and suddenly are not interested in pursuing any of these things.
Better late than never.
Is he crying?
So what if I'm crying, okay? It's scary stuff.
She rolls her eyes, and I
Strong-
need Zazarak to make me a charisma saving throw.
Strong men can also cry. Strong men can also cry.
You are not at disadvantage. You feel her walk through you, and it is cold, but she just passes through.
What
The one of us would turn undead.
what is the likelihood that, I mean, I as Adam have a pretty good understanding that whatever she just did to me is what Thornbolt did to my brother.
Mhm.
But what is the likelihood that Zazarak would be able to put that together?
Ooh,
The dim-witted pretty boy
I think
Zazarak.
I would like either an Arcana or religion. Actually, I don't know if you're skilled in any of these, but nature, religion, or Arcana. If you are skilled in any of those, I'll let you roll any of those.
Oh no, I am not skilled in any of those, and I have a -1 in all of them.
Okay. I mean, who knows? You might roll well.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, that checks out.
Okay. That was just a fucking stiff breeze.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, brother, you are going to have to steel yourself because we are going down those stairs.
I don't think you can make me.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I can't, but I think we both know someone who can.
Summon McCormick. Zeldrin, I very much do not want to have to summon. Uh, the, I very much do not want to have to give Rokea his time now just to get you to go down the stairs. We've already agreed that we are going to go down, and I say this not because I wish to spare myself the indignity of having to summon him, but more because I know that even if he grabs you, you will teleport out of his grasp, and that will simply annoy him. So, if you will kindly take a breath, we can prepare ourselves. You demonstrated a catch somewhere around here on the toy version. Perhaps once it's open, you'll feel better about what we are doing. Yes.
Do you mean it?
Yes.
Rose,
She rolls her head over to you.
where's your brother?
She shrugs her head. Or shoulders. Shoulders.
Your brother disappears, and my brother starts acting weird. I don't like it.
Okay.
I'll ask you again, where's your brother?
I don't know. I mean, he asked if he could sit with tall guy. Probably just sitting with him.
Why don't you tell
I
your
see.
brother you need him?
She mistily steps over to the door. Thorn, you're supposed to come out. And Zeldrin, you feel yourself say, "No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to be alone anymore. I've got somebody. I'm going to stay with them. It's going to be okay."
Zezarak, could I speak to you well over here for a moment?
Certainly. Although I, Adam, have no idea where you are. Oh, you're in here. Okay. Fantastic.
Coming into this corner of the room, that smell is stronger. Arium.
Yes, there is certainly something in here. I am a little concerned that searching for it might upset the upset the children, but perhaps if you
Wait,
might.
there's something in here? What is it? What's in here?
I need to mute myself.
Ah, Zeldrin. I was hoping to speak with your brother in private, but and whatever this thing that I'm standing on is, I will just pick it up.
Oh, okay. That's the chest. It's very heavy. Are you
Uh,
very strong?
I'm here. This is me right here.
Yeah, yeah. You're standing on top of this?
Whatever this cloth is, yeah.
Oh, maybe that's okay. I think that's supposed to be. Well, maybe it's just lighting. Anyway,
If there's a
uh,
chest under a blanket, then I mean I am pulling back the blanket.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes.
Got it.
Okay, all right. You can reveal the chest. It is. Did I say it was partially open? Maybe it's. Uh, it is unlocked. It is closed, however.
I will kick it open.
All right.
Do you children know what is kept in this room? Since you can't leave the attic, I imagine I'm having this conversation while I'm just starting to go through stuff.
Oh, great. You open this chest and find the skeletal remains of the ghost that you saw downstairs. She is wrapped in bloodied sheets and has what is very apparently a knife wound in her body. Or several knife wounds. Oh god.
Right, well, that solves the nanny conundrum.
Uh, Zeldrin just kind of screams and runs away.
Right, we'll deal with that in a moment.
Rose rolls her eyes again.
Can I get this whole body back into this is in the chest, assuming there is nothing else in the chest?
I don't think there's anything else in this chest. You can shuffle all of the tattered clothes and bones back in. Yes.
Okay, I will close it. I will wrap it back up in the whatever was covering it.
Mhm.
Right. Zazarak, I cannot believe I have to say this, but if perhaps we should come back through here, please do not let Rokea open this.
Oh,
Well, I will do absolutely everything within my power to make sure that he doesn't, which means there's like a 35-40% chance that he won't open this chest.
I appreciate that. Perhaps you might look for your brother while I go through the rest of these boxes, chests, and things, looking for anything. I don't know. I mean, I can guess what has become of him, given the way he's been speaking, but I don't know that there's anything that we can do about it, save for perhaps make sure there's nothing in here, find the catch to proceed, and then drag your brother out of the attic. Which, as I mentioned, I imagine will be both difficult and frustrating.
Yes, I agree, but I think you're right. I think it might be dragging him down the stairs might be the only way to change the situation we currently find ourselves in. I'll go find him.
Yes. They have said they cannot leave the attic, so perhaps if we can force his body
He,
through the attic.
Rose just calls from the other side of the room. You guys can leave the attic.
Be careful, Ariam. Oh, actually, it just occurred to me. The other sense that I smelled, that was you, Rose. I got it. And I'll go walking off to find Zazarak or Zeldrin, my brother.
We're doing
Which
it to
is-
ourselves.
Yeah, all the time.
You find him just sitting on this bed, kind of like knees to the chest, just kind of like very quietly, crying a bit.
Rose has
Um,
come into. Oh, sorry. If you're gonna say something, go ahead.
yeah, actually, I'm gonna back up a touch. Sorry, brother. And I cast sleep.
Oh my god.
All right, although that's not gonna do it. I'd be stunned if that does it.
Yeah.
Rose
He's
is-
also an elf. You would know he
that's
is
true.
immune to that spell because you yourself are immune to that spell.
But actually, wait a second. Let me ask this question: Will it? What about the ghost?
I don't think ghosts sleep.
Fuck.
It's fucking funny as hell.
All right. Well, now I'll try that one.
Oh, okay. Mm,
If something happens that lets me roll a new check to
yeah.
resist it, then I would have
Right, that's it.
Which for ghost possession is nothing.
It's not right. I'm going to concentrate on it anyway.
Okay. So, who knows? Uh,
Right.
Rose has drifted into the room a little bit, where you are, Ariam, and just says, "You can get him to do whatever you want. You just have to scare him, right?"
It's useful information. Rose, can you tell me what happened here? We have found some of the other rooms, we have found some of the other bodies, and you seem like, in life, you were old enough to understand what was going on here. If possible, it is a thing that my friends and I do to help creatures such as yourselves who are trapped outside life and death to find their way. If you would like, that is perhaps something we can do for you.
She seems to think it over, and she says, "If you help me get out of this attic, I'll tell you everything. I'll show you everything that I was allowed to see."
Do you know what ties you to the attic? Do you know why you are trapped here? Is this, I assume, where you lived when you were alive? Where you slept, I mean.
She holds out a hand to you.
If you don't mind, I will finish my investigation first, and then perhaps.
She shrugs.
I will continue to go through everything in this particular room.
All right. You uncover more furniture, chairs, mirrors, all of these things designed with the filigree of placated beauty and then um, oddities buried within its designs. Um, However, that chest was the only thing amongst it that was as macabre. You finished?
I just one more thing. I need to speak to my compatriots. Well, at least the one that's not being controlled by your brother. Everything okay in here?
Holiday. Zelly, are you going to make us drag your ass down the stairs?
I just don't see why we'd want to leave here. It's nice and it's safe, and there's a protection circle that'll keep the ants away. And
I will kick the circle around. Be like, there's no protection circle. Zelly, you know that's bullshit that we told that child to try and keep him calm. The ants are coming, Zelly.
what do you mean? No, okay,
Big,
okay.
giant ants.
Kind of stands up on the bed and starts like tippy toeing.
I'm going to try and grapple my brother.
Okay. Oh my God.
I slip on some of the ant circle and fall and hit my head on the bed. My hat! Oh, son of a bitch.
God.
Zeldred will just get up and like run out of the room away from him.
Zezrak, if I might interrupt you in your quest for your brother's capture.
Yes. What can I help you with?
Nothing. But if you will hold this for me for a moment, and I will hold out the trident.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the trident.
Um,
I assume I've seen this routine once or twice.
No, this is just me not
Just
wanting
handing it
to. Yeah, just handing it off.
Okay.
From across the room, Zeldred just calls out, "Hey, I'm one of the trusted companions too. Y'all don't have to like not talk to me."
Oh my God, Tyler. Tyler, we want to take some inspiration because you're taking way more. Like you're doing way more than I asked.
Rose has offered to show me what has transpired here if we assist her in leaving the attic, and I expect that that particular experience is not going to be something I will either enjoy, nor will it be something that I want to be armed during the execution of. So, if you will take that, and hopefully, once this is done, I can have some answers for us.
Ariam, if I might,
Mhm.
I understand your concern that it might be unpleasant and that you don't want to be armed while it's happening because of the degree to which you feel it might be unpleasant. But what happens if Rokea decides that he's not interested, or if you decide that it's unpleasant enough that I'll let Rokea deal with this? You're
I-
always armed.
Yes, I am aware. I am hoping that should Rokea determine his appearance is necessary, that this will relieve the unpleasantness. But
Very well.
the answer is I have no way to be sure. However, this seems to be more of a bargain and less of a, and I will look over at Zeldrin, takeover, as it were. Or perhaps we could simply try to
So wait. Let me understand this. You are suggesting that you voluntarily let Rose take over your body.
That seems to be what she wants in exchange for showing us what has transpired here, and that does seem to be rather pertinent and crucial information, which we do not have, as far as I'm aware, another way of ascertaining.
Very well.
In exchange, she would request that we allow her to leave the attic. And while I have a number of questions of what is holding them here, there is nothing in that room. Wait, are there other doors up here we haven't opened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not about to do this until we have explored all avenues.
Okay. Also, this door is not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be back there.
Because I just noticed this, and I'm not sure if that's a door or a window or a laundry chute or.
I think it's supposed to be a window that would like overlook the balcony that was in the master bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the case that we can't find any way to relieve Rose and Thornbolt there of their captivity, perhaps we can. Well, perhaps if she is in the same situation with me that your brother finds himself in, but willing instead of captive, perhaps that will enable them to do as they desire and leave the confines of this particular floor.
Well, except that one, and I'll point at Zeldrin, that one doesn't want to leave.
Yes, the other does, however, so.
Well, I do not understand what the plan is, but I do trust you. So if you feel
Well,
this
for
is
now, the plan is
necessary,
to continue to explore this floor. I had not noticed these other doors. That's all.
very well.
Is this a door? It looks like it should be, but I.
It is. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Let's start there.
That is a spare bedroom, decrepit and horrible. And sheets still pressed in as if they have never been touched.
Unlikely I will find much useful in there. Care to help me search, or are you going to keep an eye on your brother?
I think I'll keep an eye on my brother just so he doesn't disappear on us. Shout out if you need me.
You find another spare bedroom. This one likewise looks mostly untouched, although it's probably been in use, as you see that there is a smiling doll in a lacy yellow dress sitting in the window box, cobwebs draped over it like a wedding veil.
Burn it. Sorry.
was gonna say-
Sorry.
Creepy doll with an overly specific description about cobwebs on it like a wedding veil. Totally not something I need to worry about at all. I will first investigate everything else in doing that thing where you like consciously put your back towards it, but every so often you're just like, no,
don't put your back towards it. Never take your eye off it.
You can roll
The
me an
truth is,
investigation check.
the truth is, McCormick is sitting on my shoulder, staring at it the whole time,
Nice.
waiting
Awesome.
to pinch me on the ear if it moves.
Awesome.
Come on, dice.
Nothing
Like
within
my-
this room it looks out of place or out of the ordinary. The doll doesn't move.
McCormick does that thing. He takes like his left claw spreads it wide, points it at both of its eye stalks, and then points it out at the doll.
Yeah, I guess I'll pick up the creepy doll.
Okay. You lift it and you hear the tearing of the cobwebs as it's lifted. The smile is ordinary. The eyes are wrong. In the hemming of the dress, you see a little tag that has some embroidery in it. And that embroidery reads,
It has your name embroidered in it.
"Is no fun, is no Blinksy."
Oh my fucking
What the
god.
fuck?
Jesus Christ.
What the actual fuck?
Did somebody from the Witchlight campaign make this fucking doll and just drop it in here?
God.
Now what?
So that's where the two children slept in here. No doubt the nanny slept in the other room.
It's
An
very likely
unused-
that these were intentionally, like, they would be guest rooms, but they just
Hmm.
have not been used.
Used.
Or possibly, since Rose is getting older, one of these rooms would have been her room
Yeah,
out of the nursery.
got it.
I'm just curious. Are you carrying this creepy doll around, or did you just pick
Oh
it up
yeah,
and put it back
yeah.
in?
He's got it in one hand as he walks around muttering him to himself because there's definitely something we're missing. There's definitely something we're missing.
I
Zelda
jumped back
no
towards my
fun
brother.
is no
Covers his eyes.
Blinksy.
Oh no, not Blinksy, not Blinksy, not Blinksy, not Blinksy, not Blinksy.
You see the bear is still set in this room, where Thorn had set it before.
I will set Blinksy next to the bear.
Do you see the same tag is on the bear as well, in like his neckerchief. Same label. Is no fun, is no Blinksy.
It's a fucking company slogan or something.
Group tattoo, group tattoo, group tattoo, group tattoo.
This is the only room we haven't really like delved into. So while the children are out of it, I will go through the toy chest, go through the house, look under the beds.
What are you looking for? Just like hints?
Anything that seems out of the ordinary in a child's room.
Okay, all right. You're not looking for like you're not looking for the secret door anymore, because Zeldrin already knows where it is, right? I'm making sure I
Correct.
understand that right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at the house when he reached over and demonstrated it on the house, correct?
Mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a vague idea of that there is a secret door up here.
Mhm.
Okay.
The toy chest has more toys in it. Some of them are like other like wooden toys, like a wooden carved duck that's supposed to like float in the bath. But both of its feet are like splayed outwards and wrong. That one is also marked as a Blinksy. couple of other items like that, but nothing else in this room that you can tell. God, I could bottle the startle and fear that was palpable when you guys first got that doll.
I just heard my brother freaking out about Blanksy, correct?
More, I would think if you were to like, if what you were to do, Zeldrin would be like to be heeding the spirit. Like, that is not something the child fears.
Okay.
Yeah. These, in fact, like the bear is even a symbol of like comfort in the vague impressions you have from his
Gotcha.
presence. Not to retcon a good moment, but just so you have a context.
Well, no, I mean, it's important because if that was in fact playing on a thread, right, then
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh, let's get those dolls back out here and try and scare the shit out of this fucking kid. But
Rose just drifts behind you, Arium. Did you find what you're looking for?
Not entirely. I am still trying to understand exactly what it is that ties you and your brother here to the attic. After all, I cannot get you out of the attic until I understand why you are held here.
You were
At
locked
first
in here.
Yes, but by what? It's not your... Forgive the cruelty, it's not your bodies. The nursemaid was downstairs in the nursery, but her remains are here. There must be something that ties you to this location. I suppose it could be... Wait, is this your doll? The bear was your
No.
brother's, correct? I do that
Bear.
thing where you clearly don't believe somebody, but you say nothing and just sort of tilt your head like, fucking really?
She doesn't yield. But
Well, it isn't. It's
even
not
with
your...
like a passive insight of like a 10, you would know.
And the bear was your brother's.
Yeah.
Is it his favorite toy?
Yeah, his name's Ralph.
Ralph. And do you happen to know the name of this doll that is owned by some other individual? Perhaps you've heard somebody say it?
Beth.
Beth. I will pick up both toys. If... No, definitely. My first reaction was, maybe I can just burn these. That doesn't seem like a great plan now that I give it more than 10 seconds of thought. If they're the anchor, destroy the anchor, free the soul. We'll do the supernatural rules.
Where's Ralph?
Oh my god! She like
Look,
turns and
this
snaps.
guy won't move it. He's watching me. Weird.
How is it that you intend to show me what happened here? I assume... And I just look vaguely over at Zeldrin.
Yeah, but I'm smarter than him, so.
Nuh-uh.
Children, I will turn this haunted house around.
Just pick up the dollhouse and turn it upside down.
Hmm. Um, let me try something very quickly and see if you can follow me in just a few moments. And I will just take the 2 dolls and I will go back down the stairs that we came up.
You go to the door and begin walking down the stairs, and she drifts to the top of the stairs and just stands there and shakes her head.
Well, it was worth a try. It's Eldrin. I can find nothing in any of the rooms which might give us any hint as to why the children are trapped here. The other option is to we could search for that catch. Um,
Or I could show you.
mm, yes, you could. I mean, if you can show me where the catch is without, I don't know what your brother has done exactly to my friend, but
He's just hitching a ride, that's all. It's not gonna hurt him.
can he go downstairs now that he's in my friend's body?
She crosses her arms and bites her lip.
Hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to help you, but if you don't want to help you, then I suppose I shall continue to do this the very, very slow adult way.
It's not fair if he gets to go and I don't.
I see. Well, I wouldn't want to leave one of you trapped up here and the other free. You're right. That would not be very fair at all. I will stand next to Zeldrin or Zazarak. I will hold out the trident. I'm going to need my hands here for just a moment.
Yes, certainly.
Um, Thornbolt, I do need you to free my friend. I need him at his tip top to help us with this situation. Do you understand? I need you to leave my friend. Can you do that for me? Can you leave my friend?
You can make. It's supposed to be an intimidation check, but you're being very
Well,
nice. So I'm letting you
well,
roll.
well.
Are you planning on
See,
rolling intimidation?
oh, I'm no better at one or the other. But
Okay.
when he said no, my plan was to having listened to Rose. At that point, I will take the bonus action to shift to Rokea and just roar at him, and try to scare him
In
out of Zeldrin.
in that case, I will require no roll. I the small figure of the boy, um, sprints in a misty form out of Zeldrin's chest.
Right, Zelly, you back with us?
Yes, yeah, I am sorry about all that. Kind of stands up and dusts himself off.
Wipes his face.
Do I still know where the secret
Yes.
path is?
Yeah. You were still. I will say, like the presence of the spirit, like very much palpable, but like he was very weak.
Mhm.
you still had a significant amount of your own faculty and could still direct yourself pretty well. Just that emotional state that he had you in was pretty
Mhm.
intense.
Well, onward to the basement then.
We do need to get these two out of here somehow. Don't feel right leaving them up here.
Well, I agree, but I think we should deal with what's going on in the basement first.
Hmm. I expect once that's dealt with, they won't be trapped up here no more. Rose, we're gonna go deal with what's downstairs. If it doesn't work, we'll come back up here. And I'll make sure you get out of here.
You can see her jaw clench, and she nods.
Do me a favor. Hold Beth. And I will hold out the doll.
Her cold hands just pass through the porcelain.
I'll tell you what, I'll keep it safe for you. Stuck her in the bag. Right, downstairs. Do you all smell something? All of a sudden, I'm hungry.
Oh, it's definitely coming from downstairs. I could smell it myself. It's just wafting all the way up here. Let's go downstairs.
Right. Let's pass this way. Zeldrin, this wall here, is the false wall that you have no problem opening.
Then open it I shall.
No, nothing to see here. No,
Well,
There.
I'm sure I can smell it.
You see dark and incredibly dusty old stone steps, almost entirely out of place, that just wind down and down and down into the dark.
All right, onward and downward.
Well, I should go first.
Well, if you're offering,
Yeah. Cesarek's not gonna let me eat the body I know's back there.
maybe we'll find something to munch on downstairs.
Oh,
We'll go down the stairs.
excellent. Marching order.
I think I'll be in the middle.
Sure thing.
Okay. Get you on your new map. The descent is cold, and you see the wooden surfaces begin to turn into an occasional gap of earth, just cold earth, as you pass below the 4 levels of the building you were in and below the ground level. Eventually. Mhm.
I'm going to do that one more time just so I can try and. It looks like there's a couple different directions we can go. I'm just trying to get a direction to head in.
Okay. Celestial fiend or undead. You can smell rot and necromancy this way.
Coming from heading down this corridor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
I'll direct everybody that way.
all of these tunnels are structured out of clay and earth. You have timber braces and scaffolding that keeps most of this place um, structurally sound. But you are in a pretty tight fit, and you are definitely in the dirt. And upon exiting the stairway, each of you hear, just very gently, the sound of someone, many people, rhythmically saying something, a chant, beating in a low hum that you can't quite make out. And it is just diffused in the air, this soft chanting. Go as you will.
Are you heading straight the way you're smelling, or are we gonna save it for last?
I don't know. Perhaps if we had any sense of, I can't focus on where this chanting sound is coming from. It sort of feels like it's coming from everywhere. I mean, I would say we should probably make that right and find out what. Oh, going left. Okay, very well.
Nope, just a quick.
Oh wait, hold on. There might be something fucky with that wall. Oh
Wh-
wait, no, that's downward stairs. Okay, never mind. You're good. You're good. You can see down there. You see some stairs that go down into a chamber that has higher ceilings compared to the tunnels that you're in, Rokea. And there are like living quarters appears to be there.
Like someone was living down here. Eh. Keep an eye out behind us. Something might come. Let me squeeze. Why don't you back? Just let me through. No, that's
yeah.
my scales. And there we go.
Uh,
Ooh, this is what I smell. I want whatever's on this table.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't.
Hold on, let me find out what is in here. Um, mm, bones with some scraps of meat on them.
Really shouldn't. Um, I will pick them up. I will. Does this look like something that has been cooked and left to rot, or does this look like something that was never even cooked?
Why don't you make me a nature check? And there will be a couple of things that happen with that nature check.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's my rolls tonight.
It has been cooked. How long ago, you don't know.
Yeah. eh,
I'll say with a 6, you would have a hard time.
yeah.
Some of
No.
these,
It being cooked is generous enough.
yeah.
Hmm. Not bad.
oh dear.
Might have been real delicious at some point.
Guess I'll be up rubbing Arian's back while he vomits again.
I'm not gonna eat now. We gotta. There's, you said there's chanting. I'm not gonna.
These two bits of wall that are a different color than the
Yes.
rest.
Yes.
What do those look like?
Those are uh, crypt. Very very noticeably, they have carvings on them. The upper one up here uh, reads Rosvalda Durst, and the one below reads Thornbold Durst.
And across the hall.
Uh, the one above is Gustav. The one below, Elizabeth Durst.
Would I have any idea of like, are these set in preparation or have these been sealed?
Ordinarily, if it is a crypt prepared, the doors would not be sealed, would not be closed. That would be very inconvenient.
Yeah.
So you have an inclination that you know with certainty these are sealed.
hmm
I say sealed, you can move the stone,
Yeah.
but like they're not intended to be moved.
Yeah. Well, seems the family's been buried down here. And kiddos on one side and parents on the other.
The kids are buried.
Yeah, we've
They've
got
been laid to rest.
Indeed, that's what it seems. Now I haven't busted them open and pulled the caskets out or anything, but they've got their names on it.
I will find the one labeled Rose, and I will pull it open.
Okay. Uh, dynamic lighting. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Right, that is the one above. There is the tomb that is there, that is closed.
I will try to open it if I can.
What's your strength score?
13 or 16. I mean,
16. Okay. Um, uh, all of these are very heavy stones, and I probably should have made you. I'm not gonna make you roll, I think, because you're investigating.
Rokaya,
yeah,
would you like the crowbar?
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm not gonna make you roll for any of these as you're doing puzzle shit.
I'm not. All I want to do is once this is open, I'm going to tuck the Beth doll into her hand.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. This is puzzle shit. Yeah, absolutely. I'm letting you solve the puzzle. There you go.
I did not even realize that was a puzzle. I am just. There you go. Hold that for me.
Well, should we do the same with Ralph here?
Oh,
I didn't-
absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Oh, right. I gave him Ralph, and you were him at the time.
Been holding it in my arm. I give it a little squeeze.
Oh. You can all move the stone, then move the coffin lid and lay these artifacts with their owners.
Now, my memory's a little bit. I was a bit distracted. Was there another doll of sorts in this set?
There were other toys, but there wasn't like, and
Okay,
they were all labeled with the same
gotcha.
brand. But no.
Okie doke.
Nothing for Walter. It is a little weird that there's not a sign of the third child in this house. Might be something we're missing somewhere.
Yeah, I mean there was the bundle in the nursery, but
Yeah,
it's just a
that's
bundle.
Thornbolt and Rose are too big for that sort of nursery. Certainly too big to need a nursemaid. Sleeping in the next room. I mean, they were sleeping upstairs. There were 2 beds in the toy room. Where are you going? Talking.
Yes, I just think we could continue to talk.
It's
and move into
fine.
this
It's
room.
fine. I turn into the big shark. No one wants to listen to me. It's fine. Everybody
I'm
thinks I'm
listening. I'm listening.
Sally, what are you
Please,
doing?
I
He's,
apologize.
you're being rude. I mean, he's trying to talk to you, and you're hiding behind me.
I was just meandering around the creepy basement room.
Thornbolt, are you still in there?
Did anyone else hear that?
I did. I
definitely.
did.
Okay. All right,
Maybe I should go upstairs and see if there are any more dolls.
brother, don't you leave.
Come on, we need a 14 or a 17.
All right. There we go.
Yes.
Teamwork.
Nailed it.
That's a straight. We win.
You fucked the whole thing up.
By 1 point, damn. Let me just. As you are all circling each other in this room around a table, um, um, shuffling and moaning, horrible sounds of things not quite together, and certainly reeking of whatever it was that Zazarak could detect in the first place, creep into the room. Oh, great! I get all the way up here. It's great for me.
Ah, hello there.
I'm imagining this thing is saying that in that voice. Oh, great. I get all the way up. I can bite your face from here. That's great for me.
Fantastic.
Hello. He is going to uh upon the entrance of fresh meat, there's a spring forward and he lunges at you, Zeldrin, with his claws. Ouch. I have a 23 to hit.
That'll do.
Okay, that is 4 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make me a constitution saving throw against the cold digging of its claws. That is a save.
No, never mind.
What?
It I don't know that these are goals, but if they are, we're all immune because we're elves.
What? Immune to what?
I didn't, like I said, I don't know if these are ghouls, but elves are immune to ghoul paralysis.
They are. Well, that's wild. Why? I don't need to know that answer, actually.
Okay.
Well,
It's
sorry.
It's a pretty cool lore answer.
I mean, I'm happy to hear a lore answer, but that sounds so wild.
Corellin saved the Ghoul King from something, and so from now on, from now on, Corellin's children are immune to the touch of ghouls. Also,
That's
it's
so
just an old ass thing. It's been since like first edition.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay. I didn't even think to. I mean, it says paralyzed, and then
Yep.
it says if it's an elf or undead right there, but who the fuck would read that? That's stupid. Alright, okay, cool. Roque is up next. That's the funniest fucking shit. Oh, fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. Not that I need you to be paralyzed. In fact, I'd prefer if you weren't. But like, oh my god.
It's fucking wild. I will. Rokea will, like, in frustration, throw the trident down on the ground. No, we're not doing this again. Back up, Zelly. And I will lay into this. I will spend the bonus action to hemocraft my claws.
Okay.
For 3 more points of damage.
Ouch.
Ow. And then make some predatory strikes. For a 12.
Well, that hits.
Oh. Does that have everything? It does. So that's 5 slashing, or no, some amount of slashing, 6 slashing and 2 cold. And that's it. I do not get the extra attack because I believe it's a bonus action.
That sounds correct to me. Zeldrin is next.
All right. I will pull the cord and take my warhammer, and I will two-handed bring it down. Oh no.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I bet. That's it.
Okay. Zazarak.
Alright, I will spin my fancy blade and try and make a nice slash against this ghoul's chest.
Ouch.
Nice.
Ouch.
And as I let my momentum carry me through, I will try and tag him with the other blade.
Uh-huh. Okay. Strike across the chest, and then the other one following through, and it is severed. He falls into a yucky mess.
And I will just call out to the next one. I think you'll suffer the same fate.
Okay. Right. There is just a as your turn ends and you start moving forward, just from the corner of your eye, Zeldrin, with your brother out of the way, you see the stone wall to your, well, to the on the right on the map, but to your character's left. The wall begins to collapse in on itself, but without the weight and sound of stone on stone. The sound of scaly flesh just kind of piling on itself, and then moving forward, you hear the slithering of a serpent of some kind, and then writhing up into a visible form, a leathery serpent creature, tendrils and tentacles writhing around its beaked, eyeless face. Do 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 do. Gonna rear up and flare its tentacles and shriek. It's and salivate all over you. Let's see.
That is a thing.
Yeah, I'll drop a picture in a second. Okay. A 15 to hit with as its tentacles lash out and try to stick you.
Just misses.
All right. Excellent. Wait, it's my turn again. Ah. Okay. My ghouls shuffle and attack. That's a 9 to try to bite through Zazarak's armor.
Yeah, I do a dance step out of the way.
Excellent. Rokea.
Oh no, you don't. And I will claw. Huh. There we go.
Ouch. That's a hit.
It's these things. I know the picture. Not great. And as a bonus action, no.
No, that is not a hit. Okay. And you do not witness any resistance to your strikes. Let's see. Okay. Zeldrin.
All right, I will draw out my shield and take my warhammer in one hand and attack this thing.
Putting on a shield is an action.
What?
Like arming your shield is an action.
Okay.
That's like one of the very few things, because strapping it on is like
Yeah, I guess.
a deal.
Okie doke. Then I won't do that.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I've seen Captain America.
But that's fantasy. Sorry. Ouch. Clubbing across the beak, you hear a crack as part of those bones break, and it spits blood at you as it shrieks again. Bonus action?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Zazarak. Ah, your
Alright.
token's name is a different name than your character sheet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I will try and get my first slice right across the old ghoulie's throat.
Okay. Ouch.
Yeah. Work it back the other way with the back side of the blade.
That's a hit. Oh, that almost does one sexy 2-swinged kill on that thing, but he's still up.
And with the last bit of momentum from my double-bladed scimitar, I will tip the brim of my top hat up a little bit, push it up with the blade, and wink at the sky, and that's my turn.
Excellent. The serpent beak tentacle nasty turns away from the warhammer and lashes out at Rokea with a nat 1, and just goes wide with its face busted to fuck. Then the ghoul that is in melee with Zazarak rolls a nat 20. That attack. Ow, that's gonna suck. That's 18 points of piercing damage as he does latch his teeth into your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wow, this tunnel system is not great for my baddies. Arium, you're up.
All right. This thing needs to die. Ha! There we go.
Uh-huh. Okay, that how do you want to do this? Goddamn.
It's got multiple tentacles that are lashing out. I will catch one. I will catch one in another hand, and then catch one, chomp through it, and pull this thing apart.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. To ask that on area, I'm not okay.
Now, I'm sorry I didn't let you eat the body upstairs. That was disgusting.
Do you want to make any oh, you made some movements, okay?
Yep.
And then
Can I attack this one around the corner?
Yeah, but I'll give him some cover.
Perfectly fine. Bonus action attack. Hoo-ha!
Jesus. Okay. Okay. You've snapped and ripped apart the tentacle monster in the one room, and then just scrabble your claws past Zazarak, who pulls his arm that has this ghoul's head like on him into your path, and you rake down from his head down his back into his ass, and he's torn to pieces. He's dead.
You want some sushi? I just cut some pieces off this thing back here. It's got. I mean, it looks kind of like an octopus, right?
Oh, okay.
All right, more for me. That's it for me.
Alright, Zaz, your turn. Oh wait, did I skip Zeldrin? I did. I clicked
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, Zeldrin,
Oh.
you are up.
Okie doke. I will move over this way. Tyler can see this thing down here, but can Zeldrin?
Control L. Yep. Yes, you can.
Okay. I will just.
Thank you for asking.
I will just throw a sacred flame on it.
Okay. That's a 9.
4 radiant damage.
All right.
And then I will throw a bonus action healing word at Zaz.
Okay.
5 healing.
Ouch. I know it's a D4, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. It always stings a little. All right, Zazarak.
All right. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll try and carve into this guy.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a hit. You are getting so close to one-shotting these things. Fortunately, he
And
stands.
yeah, that is it.
All right. He stands to chomp. That's a 20 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's not even worth clawing, you guys. It's not fucking worth it. This guy, he's really not in a good spot. Okay. All right, Rokaya.
I will move down. You don't look so good. And chomp away on the tentacle bit and claw at this dude with my hand, my other hand.
It's gonna hit. God, the casual eating something with one hand and then reaching your arm through and gutting him.
Just like to grab him by the noggin and toss him behind me. You don't look so good. Let me get that guy out of the way. Bonus action. No.
That's a miss. All right.
Yep.
Zeldrin.
All right.
Alright.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Zeldrin.
I'm changing my name. This is ridiculous. But I won't change the name on the token. I refuse.
Is it possible for me to squeeze through here and try to get over here?
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay. I will do so.
Just some clankety clanky gut sucking and wiggling.
Pardon me. Sorry. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And I will just Sacred Flame again.
Okay. That's a failure.
All right.
7.3. Okay. Huh. All right. Zazarak.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing my brother just did.
Okay. Just a little worse. Oh, he saved.
But I
think they're getting wise to it, brother.
thought you said this would work. That's why I asked you to teach it to me.
Right. Oh, my turn. Okay, Rokea. I have a 17 to bite into you.
That will just get me.
All right, 7 piercing damage, and it just latches on.
Reduced to
3.
3. Ow! I'm
Yes.
eating here. And
Rip his head off. That's it. Okay.
bonus action, chapow. Oh, there's another button. No,
Damn it.
I messed it up. I messed it all up.
Okay, Zeldrin.
Dope. Dink.
That is a hit. He's still up though. Zazarak.
Oh no, I think I see what you did there. Let me try this one more time.
See, there we go. These waves and beats of pulsing light between the two of you, column after column of divinity, just piercing into its flesh and searing it and shrieking, and finally this last like surge of almost spite just swallows him, and he dies. And combat ends. Hooray! And with that, seeing the time and the perilous place that you have brought yourselves into, I think now's as good a time of any to call session for tonight. We'll pick up next week.
This is
Fantastic.
a fucking maze. Yeah, sounds good.